on EAFC 24, there are only about 7 players from the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico combined. Actually, only one from Puerto Rico, which is this guy, Zarek Valentin, and 6 of the other players are from the Dominican Republic, or at least they are eligible for Dominican nationality, right? All these guys. Both of these countries are not known for their football. Their main sports in the Dominican Republic would probably be baseball. Puerto Rico, also baseball, then with some boxing in there. However, we are here to change that. I have appointed Xavi to take over Barrow, who is a team in the English 2nd division. I think there's a bright future. Xavi's doing a hell of a challenge, you know, now that he got fired from Barcelona. It's going to be my duty to find the best possible talent from Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, discover some talent unknown to the rest of the world, and bring them to Barrow. Not only did Xavi come with all his knowledge, but with some of his finances, our budget is now 10 million euros. That should be enough to sign many of these Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. Here we go. First signing, Zarek Valentin, the Puerto Rican, the only Puerto Rican in the game, 500k from Minnesota United. We might make him a center back. He's actually 6 feet tall, so that could work in his favor. I have hired Ilya Volchenkov, a Russian scout who I've sent to Puerto Rico for 6 months. And I forgot to take a look at the youth academy. So our priority is to fill this team with Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, but obviously it's going to be impossible for the first season to have a squad full of them. But Emil Corin here is a youth player who looks really solid, and he's at that cam position, a position that we could probably have him starting in. All right, now we have an idea of where Emil Corin's overall potential could be. 73 to 93. I really like that. I'm gonna promote him right away and make sure he starts at cam for us. Our first scouting report from Puerto Rico is here. Albert Rojas, looking good. Potential of 71 to 94. Victor Cruz is like the football player, the American football player. All these guys got pretty good potentials except for Prieto. Definitely gonna get Pinto in here. I'm just gonna sign all these guys. The transfer window has ended. Here's a Puerto Rican we signed, of course, Zarek Valentin, our first signing. We also signed Dominican teenager Enrique Basel. Looks like he's German and Dominican with that last name. Israel Boatwright from Inter Miami. He's playing right back for us. Rafael Leonardo Nunez, left winger, the youngster with the most potential, I believe, here. Mariano from Sevilla, our star player. So here's how the squad looks. We got Nunez starting at left wing, Mariano, of course, Corin, our youth player, and then Valentin is playing center back for us, the only Puerto Rican. Boatwright at right back, and Basel, the Dominican keeper. No! My first game playing with these guys, and Basel, man. What are you doing? How do you let that in? If Barrow wants to get to the Premier League, they're gonna need very good growth from these Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. Spence with the homegrown, the Englishman. We have just changed Pinto's position to a striker, Alex Figueroa, who's listed as a CDM. He's 6'4". I'm gonna put him at center back. Our first youth players from Puerto Rico in the youth squad right here. These guys do not look bad at all. Definitely could grow to be better players than the ones we have currently in our starting 11. Second scouting report is here. We got Victor Cruz, who was in our last one. He looks all right. I'll sign him up. Esteban Prieto, not gonna cut it. Paco Carrizo, he's a striker. Hernan Sordia, he's looking all right as a keeper. Third scouting report brings us Daniel Fernandez. He might be the best player so far we've seen, with the 51 to 69 overall, 75 to 94 potential. Signing him up right away. Ooh, Guillermo Rey could be even better. 46 to 62 overall, 73 to 94. This is how our Puerto Rican youth squad is looking. A lot of decent players here, some showing great potential. I don't think I have any player that's going to be an exciting prospect, at least right now, but David Pinto, I think he is worthy of being promoted to the senior team, so we can loan him out. Same with Victor Cruz, not the football player, not the American football player, the blonde Puerto Rican playing center back. We're gonna go ahead and send our Russian to the Dominican Republic. Hopefully they can find me the football version of Big Papi. Our first Dominican scouting report is here. We got a couple guys here, Unai Vargas and Tomas Hidalgo. We came out of the January transfer window in 10th place. I am not happy about that. I think we should be way higher. Paco Carrizo is unsettled. I believe he's a winger. Not a bad looking winger, could have showing great potential on him. Dominican center back Christian Castro. He looks really solid. He's all around really good. 5-star weak foot, 6'3". I'm actually gonna promote two other players, Daniel Fernandez, actually one other player. We'll do Daniel Fernandez for now. He's a cam, 83 to 89 potential, one of the higher potential players we have found. 59 overall, won't see a lot of playing time, but maybe he could be a super sub here as we get into the end of the season and we really need to get promoted. Look at the Dominican go. Reversing field. Whitfield. Oh my god! No way! What a finish! What a finish. Slovenian, man. Oh my god. I don't know if he's gonna stick with the team because he's so talented. I know other big clubs are watching this. He's had an incredible season. We now sit in 7th in a playoff spot before our last game against Wrexham, who is with 86 points at the top, destroying everybody. A win here might secure playoffs for us. Spence! What a finish! Hernan Sordia actually looks like an amazing keeper as well. I'm gonna sign him up and loan him out. Iker Rivera, 18 years old, 38 overall. That's not too good. What? I thought if we finished 8th. We finished 8th. No. How did we finish 8th with the team we have? That is a disgrace. Well, another year in the League 2 for us to develop and become even stronger and head into the League 1. We may have found the best youth player so far from scouting, and it's Ruben Villalba. Potential of 81 and 94, so he's a lock to be fantastic. Overall 50 to 62. After our first season with Mariano has grown only 1 to a 74. He's our best player. But honestly, at times it didn't feel like he was, but he did score 22 goals in 48 appearances. Rafael Leonardo Nunez couldn't be more impressed with how he has grown, up to a 69 plus 7 for him. Kean Spence, rightfully so, one of the best players on the team. Maybe our MVP, honestly. Animal. 9 goals, 9 assists from that center mid spot. Corin up to 6 to a 68, showing great potential. Basel, our Dominican keeper, plus 6. You love to see that. Victor Cruz loaned out. He's doing pretty good. David Pinto growing pretty good. Boat right here grew plus 5. We are now in our second season, and right away we have a scouting report. One of our last scouting reports overall, but for the Dominican Republic. Saul Orellana, 52 to 60 overall, potential 74 to 94. Great. That is the last youth player we will sign for the rest of the series. Guillermo right here, 83 to 89 potential. I'm gonna sign him up. To sum up the season 2 summer transfer window, we purchased the most highly rated Dominican player, Junior Firpo, 74 overall, left back. We have Cruz, our first Puerto Rican Youth Academy player, starting for us, our first one from the Caribbean starting for us. 6'5" center back, 17 years old. He's 63 years old, 63 overall. Wow, imagine he was 63 years old. This team looks solid, especially for the League 2 of England. We signed a bunch of youth players, but we have loaned them out. Lots of Puerto Ricans are on loan, and I think most of our youth squad now has Dominicans. It is November, and the team's performance is absolutely unacceptable. We sit at 20th in the standings. Nunez, what a cross! Corin gets a hat trick! It is time to promote our best youth academy player, Ruben Villalba, 61 overall, with now a potential updated to 85 to 80 to 91. And then we got Cristian Castro here, who could start at center back, so we're gonna promote him as well. Where we only did 12 months total of scouting, 6 in Puerto Rico, 6 in the Dominican Republic, and we're left with 3 guys. They're getting unsettled. We're just gonna call them all up to the squad, the senior team, and loan them out this summer. All right, so do we get promoted or what? We're in 3rd. We got a Player of the Season award. Who's it gonna go to? It's gotta be Mariano, right? Yeah, Mariano. But going into our 3rd season, we're gonna be looking really strong in the League 1, right? Please tell me we're in the League 1 now. We are. All right, sweet. Just had to make sure. Yeah, so Mariano is a 78 overall. That's really solid. Nunez a 74. Junior Free Pro 75. Corin 74. Then we got Spence 70. And then we got all the guys we've been loaning out back here in the reserves. Carizo leads them all with 68 overall. And Pinto with a 67 overall. Our 3rd season did not go as planned. We made it to the playoffs. We had a rocky start to the season. The fact we made it to playoffs was pretty impressive. And well, we played against Charlton Athletic, and it came down to penalties after a 3-3 draw. After various rounds, well, we took the L. So we're stuck in the League 1 for another season. This is how the team is looking. There is no reason we should be in this league, but here we are. We now have a team almost full of Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, apart from Spence and Corin here. And Corin might be the best talent at the moment for us, and he's a Slovenian. All right, it's season 4. The transfer window has just finished, and really we just sent more guys out on loan. Emil Corin has been sold. His release clause got activated. He's been sold to Sheffield United for 53 million. Season 5 has ended, our only season in the EFL Championship. We finished 5th in the championship, meaning that we were in the playoffs for promotion. And yes, we came out victorious, defeating Brentford 2-0. And because of that, we will be headed to the Premier League for season 6, our first season in the Premier League. Paco Carrizo was actually our leading goal scorer for the first time. The 80 overall winger from Puerto Rico scored 19 goals with 8 assists. Hernan Sardia has been sold for 24 million. He was our starting goalkeeper last season, but now we brought in back Basel, the German Dominican. We're just not going to be able to get these guys consistent playing time if they're both on the team. So by letting him go, he's going to get a chance to play somewhere else while we keep Basel happy. And we still got Hidalgo backing him up. And the squad has undergone a few changes already. We have signed the Slovenian back, Emil Corin, 85 overall at the age of 22. So this is our starting 11 going into this first game in the Premier League against Luton. Oh, come on. What a strike! Of course it's him. Of course it's Corin in his debut back. There we go. First game in the Premier League is a W. Yes, it was Luton Town, but we will take that. We have signed another familiar face, Rafael Nunez, our OG Dominican left winger from Salzburg for about 42 million. That was. He's an 82 overall, so he's going to start immediately. We decided to loan out Guillermo Rey to Bournemouth, and we also sold Daniel Fernandez now that we have Corin for 51 million. We're sitting currently 19th place here in the January transfer window. This is terrible. Pinto! Hey! Oh man, that was close. What a move! What a move! What a finish! Oh my god, what is happening? We could barely beat Luton, and now we're up 4-0. It's not even halftime against Newcastle. We have made it to the end of our first Premier League season, and I have good news. We finished 14th after being 19th in the January transfer window. Big improvement. Really proud of the turnaround for the team, as I can already see a lot of players grew pretty well this season. Oh, Zarek Valentin is now a 46 overall. I think he was our first signing, the only Puerto Rican in this game. No way, dude. We're gonna get this guy for 2 more years. Okay, question time. What rating do you think Valentin will get to when he retires? He's a 46 right now, and he went down 6 overalls here at age 37. Emil Corin is now up to an 88. 8 goals, 6 assists for him this season. Our leading goal scorer was Pinto with 12 goals. He's now an 80 overall. That's all right. Carrizo, 9 goals. Nothing crazy. We have signed the man who helped get us to the Premier League, Hernan Soria. He is a goalkeeper. We signed him. We sold him to Villarreal and just signed him back for 37 mil. He grew very nicely though there, and he's now an 81 overall keeper. We find ourselves in a similar position to a season ago. We're in 16th in the Premier League, and it is the January transfer window. We just got a mega offer for Emil Corin, 156 million from Man City. So you know what, Key and Spence, we want to do what's best for your best interest, because that's the type of guy I am. That's the type of director I am of a club. Always keep my players' interest first. You can join Brain. I just decided to look at Valentin's stats. He has 1 finishing, 1 penalties, 1 free kick accuracy, 17 vision, 20 curve, 26 agility. We have the 41 overall 38-year-old Valentin playing center back. It feels like the game is lagging when he has the ball. Season 7 has come to an end. Our second season in the Premier League with Barrow and the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. We finished 13th. Not bad. Actually, no, that is bad. I'm expecting us to do better than we did last season by a long shot. Honestly, expecting us to get qualified for European football, and we did not. The squad is looking nice though. We now have a 90 rated player. Of course, it's Emil Corin. Guillermo Rey is an 87 at just 21 years old. Carrizo is an 85. Soria 84. Castro an 84. Villalba 84. So the team is really solid. 17 goals for Rey. Zarek Valentin is gonna retire this season. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. At 38 years old, what a legend. Been here from the start. Season 8 is over. The team is looking really strong. They've grown a lot. Fuentes grew +4 to an 88. Castro's an 87. Villalba 87. Soria, our goalkeeper, 86. We finished 6th. I'm curious. We had Valentin, right? He was 39 or 38 years old when he left the club. So there must be, he retired at the end of the season, so there must be a regen for him. It is Lucas Gomez. Oh my god. He's starting off as a 45 overall at the age of 20. We have brought in a stud at center back. Lucas Gomez, come on in here from Norwich for £100,000. We have also signed back another player, I think for the 3rd or 4th time. It is Rafael Leonardo Nunez from Bayern Munich. We also have Daniel Fernandez playing for Bayern Munich, the Puerto Rican. Oh, what's this? We got a Player of the Season award coming to Barrow. Oh, that looks like Guillermo Rey, the Puerto Rican winger, winning the player of the season in the EPL. What do we have to do to finish in a Champions League spot? We are 5th. Are you kidding me? Guillermo Rey finished second with goals. He had 21 and 15 assists. That's what led him to win the player of the season. That's really impressive. And then Raul Fuentes with 30 goals and 48 appearances is really solid. We have found Junior Firpo's regen, and we're going to sign him up. Lino Vieira will be a backup reserve defender for us. A Puerto Rican OG. Welcome Daniel Fernandez from Bayern Munich. This is season 10, by the way. We're looking amazing. We have 7 players 90 or above. That can be reflected with Europa League trophy, as well as finishing first in the Premier League for the first time. Our first Premier League trophy, 89 points, 10 more than second place Man U. We only lost 3 games all season. Leading goal scorer, Raul Fuentes, 93 overall, 37 goals. Guillermo Rey, 24 goals, 11 assists. But check this out. Emil Kordan, the Slovenian camp, 17 goals, 24 assists. It's a done deal. For 10 million, we have signed back one of the OGs, Kian Spence, for 10 million. He was playing in the Bundesliga for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Going into this last game with Xavi in charge of the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, this is how the squad looks. We have 3 players at 94, 8 players 90 and above, it looks like. And our bench is looking pretty awesome. We got Fernandez, 86, Carvajal, 81, Pinto, the backup striker, 83, Orellana, 81. This is a complete squad, including Mr. Gomez, 47 rated. PSG versus Barrow, all the way from the League 2 of English football, now in the Champions League final, but with Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. Can they give them the Caribbean sauce? Nicolas Hernandez, the Dominican left back. Beautiful pass through. It's Emil Kordan, the Slovenian. Emil Kordan. Yes, he puts it away. Too easy. Rey to Fuentes. Fuentes. Beautiful dribbling. Oh, he's just too good with it. And he smashes it home. This is Mariano's regen. Mariano. I gotta say, a player who's been extremely good for us in this game so far is Nicolas Hernandez. He's just made so many chances, created so many chances. Don't think that'll be a red though. Oh, they're playing good football. Wow, that caught me completely off guard. Now our left and right backs have yellow cards. PSG putting on the pressure. The game has just flipped upside down in 5 minutes. Kordan. Rey! Off the rebound. Let's go. Guillermo Rey. Gabriel Rey. Back post. Carrizo. Could that be it? Could that be it? Emilio Kordan, ladies and gentlemen, bravo for everything he's done. The only non-Dominican and Puerto Rican. Never had intentions on keeping him, but he's just too much of a legend. And on comes, don't forget, Daniel Fernandez, a guy who was in our youth squad as well, the Puerto Rican with insane dribbling skills. Any second now, the whistle's gonna blow. And Barrow is going to win their first ever Champions League. Dominicans and Puerto Ricans now run world football. Nothing is impossible. Remember that. Man of the match, I'm not surprised, Guillermo Rey. But there's a player I want to call out as well, Nicolas Hernandez. He finished with an 8.0 rating. He was a beast. He probably would have had a higher rating if it wasn't for that yellow card. Well, that wraps up this incredible journey. We have taken a team from the League 2 with only the ability to sign Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. And we scouted, remember, only for 12 months, 6 months in Puerto Rico and 6 months in the Dominican Republic to find youth players. And we molded them to become Champions League winners, Premier League winners. What an incredible journey. So proud of these young men.